everybody, it's your girl, PJamma, with PJammalyfe, and it's finally here after a quarter of a century. We finally are going to get the backstory in Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus. We're going to chop it up. The first 2 episodes dropped yesterday, and I'm sure everybody's TV was burning up watching it. And we're going to watch the new reboot of The Kids in the Hall back after another 30-year reunion. And the fellas wanted it, so it's here. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. We're going to take a look at it. Mostly them. So let's get started with our guru of all things Star Wars. I know he got a lot to say tonight. David, say hey to the people.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the danger zone. If you're like me, you've got the need for speed. I'm talking light speed, that is, tonight. So we got a great program today. See which shows might have flamed out or took your breath away.
Oh,
See what I did
boy.
there? See what I did there?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And we got our superstar viewer of all things Marvel. Patrick, say hey to the people.
Hey everybody! Can't wait to talk about this stuff. Some really good stuff and some not good stuff. Oh, you're moving, so I don't know what's up. Anyway.
Okay, we have you in a very professorial kind of Brodon freeze frame.
Well, most of us like this.
So maybe we'll have it go. But let's get to it.
Moving, but you're not.
Let's check out Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus.
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. You know who we are.
Inquisitors.
You know what we do?
You hunt Jedi.
What about the people that need us? What about the fight?
The fight is done. We lost.
There.
Obi-Wan.
You didn't know. Anakin Skywalker is alive.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. I loved it. And a lot of it is for the third sister, Inquisitor Reva, who is a brilliant new villainess on the scene. I think there's a lot more to be revealed with her. But I enjoyed so much the way they did the quick synopsis of all 3 movies in like 3 minutes. And to catch you up, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. But as well, I think this story started off really strong, and the production, I mean, it was a movie, right? The production values were just fantastic. It looked like a movie over the 2 hours. There was nothing about it that I thought was not on point. I thought all the characters did a really good job. The introduction of the new characters, Rupert Friend as the Grand Inquisitor. Oh, I love Rupert Friend. He was Hitman 47, if you haven't seen that one. And I did enjoy. It's probably going to be a similar story of wise guy kind of shepherding a child, kind of similar to the Mandalorian, maybe. But who cares? It was still good, and Ewan McGregor crushed it. So I hope you get a chance to see it if you haven't seen it. you got to know the story, but the way they're doing it is really interesting to me. So, thumbs up for the Pammy. Let's go to David. Chop it up with us on some Star Wars lore and what you think is deep cut on Star Wars.
Well, first, I think this is another exciting, really good installment. I think there were some people had some misgivings about the way that the Book of Boba Fett kind of unveiled itself. This story came out pretty strong. I don't know that I liked it as much as you, Pam, but I did like it a lot. I think Ewan McGregor, who was so wonderful in the prequels because he watched Alec Guinness and he said, I need to make my Obi-Wan look like he could evolve into Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan. He knew how to do it right. I thought this was fantastic. I thought there was a little bit of a nod to Ryan Johnson's Jake Skywalker version there at the beginning of the first show. And I'm really glad we got rid of that quick. By the end of it, that was gone. Lots of Easter eggs throughout. Yeah. And this is also a continuation, at least I believe it is, with the Grand Inquisitor, we'll see, of Dave Filoni's animated Star Wars world coming into the 3D real life version of it as well. So this was a lot of fun. Wonderful Easter eggs throughout. Some Ralph McQuarrie paintings. Brea Organa. Well,
talk about that.
One of the things that stood out to me when they're on Alderaan, which again, that's all Ralph McQuarrie drawings. But Brea Organa, Leia's stepmother, and we didn't know it was a stepmom or stepdad for like 6 years into Star Wars. So remember that when it's all kind of But her initial gown that we see her in, the white, it had the blue collar. That is straight out of Ralph McQuarrie's paintings of Leia in Cloud City. So the initial drawings had that. So that was a beautiful, very subtle thing. Love the costumes. Didn't know that Jimmy Smits was going to be in it. I'd heard the rumors about a young Leia. How about that actress? Fantastic as a young child, bringing that character to life. Lots and lots of great things to see. And you've hit on it. We've got a new villainess here within Star Wars who is spearheading some of the marketing campaign for Obi-Wan. Star Wars Celebration taking place right now in Anaheim, California. You can get you can pre-order her lightsaber for $500, and 3 different versions of her action figures are coming out. So
man, I can't wait. And did you catch the cameo of Tamura Morrison as the beggar on the street clone in Dayu?
And that's another really quick one here. I want to ask Patrick what he thinks who that particular clone was with the Filoni world. But if you noticed his armor he still had on, that was 501st armor, which was the big that term 501st is like the fan stormtroopers, but it was also the stormtroopers that Anakin led to the Jedi Temple to kill off the Jedi and the younglings.
Yes.
So here he is begging, another kind of an inverse plight of the veteran that we saw with the Winter Soldier, maybe. But that was one of those that went and killed the little kids.
Yeah.
So here's Obi-Wan showing mercy to this individual who showed no mercy to the weak based on Order 66. Lots of great stuff going on. Yeah. And I could talk forever, but I want to hear what Patrick has to say.
Let's hear what Pat says.
Yeah.
I loved it. And
okay.
Okay.
Man.
I loved it quite a bit. It was a lot of fan service, which is totally expected. And once again, you're seeing how Marvel and Disney is playing chess when everybody else is playing checkers. They're doing a wonderful job of reintegrating everything from all the animated bits into the real life. I mean, they've got a plan. You can tell that plan is not just for this one episode. It's for everything. keeps going. So much good stuff. I really liked it. The precocious Leia was delightful. Uh, so, she was probably the scene stealer in the whole dang thing. And I was a little disappointed to see Obi-Wan so beat down. Not even really willing to stand up and do stuff. When he needed to, just kind of cowering, and it wasn't. It was very un-Jedi like, I thought.
Yeah,
But
and I didn't like that part. That was a negative.
You know what? That does make sense to me because he's suffered a lot of trauma, and so he's been defeated, and so that I understood why they still didn't have him jump right into being a hero again, because he's seen the loss of his brother, his best friend Padme, his mentor relationship, his whole workplace became like all of the Jedi are gone, and I'm
his
sure
workplace was like an elementary school.
Oh, we'll just bypass that one. And seeing, and at some level he feels responsible for all of it. So, and he can't commune with his mentor. So everything is like bad, all bad for him. But I was sad with the young Jedi who found him and his fate. I just that kind of choked me up a little bit. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's.
But I think there's some interesting the way they've structured it. I think it's going to be an interesting story, an interesting ride. Is there any connections you all see with Clone Wars or Resistance? I know you talked about Rebels and the Grand Inquisitor, but should people go back and watch? Is there something from Clone Wars or Resistance?
They should watch that no matter what. But Pat, let me ask you, that clone, going to Pam's question, is that clone Captain Rex, or is he just anybody?
No. I don't see Rex being that beat down even before he in like, I want to say it was in Rebels when they were running that AT-AT and fishing for the big creatures or whatever it was. I don't see him being that beat down. I see that maybe as one of the other ones, maybe perhaps that we don't remember their names, but one of the other clones that was hanging on that particular walker with him.
Yeah,
it could have been a couple. I mean, it could have been several of them, but it was just it was an interesting take to show that, hey, veterans are not treated well even in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah,
and the Temple kids, the ones that the Jedi saved, who ran away. What happened to all the Jedi Force sensitive children?
Well, that might have been one. That might have been that guy at the very beginning.
Well, I've got a Boba Fett.
I got a theory.
I got a Boba Fett coin that says it's going to be Reva. One of those kids running away.
See, that's what I think. I think that's my prediction too. That Reva was a girl who said, "Let's run," and she's harboring pain and anger and rage over what happened. So, but someone asked me a good question of, will she have a redemption arc? And maybe, that would be amazing. That would be like incredible, and I would want to see that. But I kind of like her as a villain too. You don't see many Black female villainesses, right? And so it would be great if she was just a badass to the end. Like, I ain't apologizing. You wronged me. I'm trying to kill you. That's what's happening. So that would be cool too. So I'm looking to see how they're going to shape her character. But any other words on Kenobi or any tips we should think about? Definitely, before I hand it off to you guys, I did it today. I went and watched all 3 of the prequels and then watched it. It made it even more fantastic because I just watched them yesterday just on their own, but watching the prequels, then watching this nice through line story. Mm-hmm. So anything else you guys could share with the viewers about what to look out for in maybe upcoming weeks?
The one thing I will say is I think that Deborah Chow is the showrunner for this one. She's the director. And it really felt, the same quality that we saw in The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau put together a lot of great directors. Deborah was one of those. She had a cameo as one of the X-Wing pilots in The Mandalorian. I really like the feel for what she's doing.
Yes.
I'm hoping, as cool as Leia is in this, I hope we don't have that Grogu Mando kind of deal for all 6 episodes. I don't have any problem with her going back and having a fun time at Alderaan. The one thing that bothers me a little bit is that great message. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Yeah.
She says that message like she doesn't know who he is.
Yeah. I thought that.
That is a problem for me.
Yeah.
Do not mess with the sacred text of the first 3. Granted, Lucas screwed up with brother and sister. We're stuck with that. That is the only thing that really bothered me. The dark Obi-Wan, but it didn't feel right. It didn't connect to the beginning of the original Star Wars and the quest. That bothered me. Let's see what happens, but that bothered me.
Now, but here's the thing that still kind of bothers me. I don't know how they're going to do it or get away with it. Sir Alec Guinness was in his 70s in The New Hope. And so now
he could have argued he was younger. I mean,
okay.
Come
on now. He's clearly older than what?
He could be, weathered.
Come on,
what I would
now.
call him. Yeah,
weathered. Good. I like the weathered. Yeah, that's a piece of that, and that's where just some of we got a great actor. He's not as old as Obi-Wan, as Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
But I do think that you're under 2 sons, man. You need a lot of copper tone spray. You need a lot of PFF 100.
Not the 30. You want the 90. The stuff that's like being underground, fully clothed in the middle of the night.
The Dune seas. We see why the Dune seas are not to be traveled lightly. All right.
Yeah,
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Well, fantastic. Keep it coming. Thumbs up for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Didn't disappoint. Okay. So next is the reboot of one of my favorite shows back in the day. So silly. The Kids in the Hall. So I'm going to crush your little heads. Let's take a look.
Those are ankle weights. People used to run in them.
Oh, this looks fun.
Are these the same hilarious Kids in the Hall from the early 90s?
No, these are the rage-filled Kids in the Hall in the mid-90s.
Brain candy has made its money back.
Back off, pigs, or the tower gets crashed.
Hey, they called the cops. No way they counted at 1,500.
I think he thinks it's gonna be a threesome. Play along.
Daddy! What the hell are you're masturbating?
Nope. It's a deja vu.
Pat, tell me what you thought of Kids in the Hall.
It was okay. I mean, I wasn't a monster fan of the first series, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it through here, and it felt forced.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I wasn't a big fan.
Okay. All right. David, what did you think?
Got my little. You know, that joke doesn't get old. That is an awesome joke. It really doesn't. It's fantastic. It was kind of good to see him. It was good to see that. So I wasn't a huge fan. I wasn't a huge fan of the original show, but it did give me a chuckle. I enjoyed it. And the sheer genius of this. Sometimes comedy needs to be universal, and sometimes it can be truly childish. And this works. This works. It was a good. It was on a fun week. This was a good thing to watch.
Yeah, and it was nice and lighthearted. It's stuff that's so silly and absurd. It's just dumb, but some of them, there was a line, I was watching it again tonight just to kind of refresh because I'd watched it when it came out. And the guy was leaving the party and he said, "Hey, I'm not drunk yet." And the other guy's like, "Well, that's on you." That just tickled me to death for some reason. I'm going to a party and just complaining
That's on
that
you.
I'm not drunk yet.
That's on you.
And the new skit with the guy in the bomb shelter playing the same crazy song. And it's just wild.
That was good.
That was funny. And so if you need a laugh, a giggle, a smile, definitely check out The Kids in the Hall, the reboot, and then watch the old episodes because those are super funny too. So it's kind of this reunion was kind of a meta kind of version of them making kind of satires of their funny shows. So interesting, funny take. Something
Definitely
like
playing with the boys. That ode to Kenny Loggins song there. So I'm gonna get all the Top Gun references tonight, man.
Okay, our final pick. I'm gonna just let y'all take it.
Oh my God!
The unbearable weight of massive talent.
Well, do we have a preview? Do we have a preview, Mr. Producer?
Yes.
Do you have anything? Roll them, Tony.
Roll that bean footage.
Wow.
I saw it. Uh-oh.
Well, we're getting...
I'm done. I'm quitting acting. Tell the trades, it was a tremendous honor to be a part of storytelling and myth-making.
We got another offer. It's $1 million. It's to attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
I would never do that.
What do we know about this guy anyway? Is he into something strange?
Welcome to Mallorca, Mr. Cage.
The guy that owns this house, what's his name?
Javi.
Is Javi gonna want me to,
I am Javi.
Nick Cage.
Do you know who you're spending time with? One of the most ruthless men on the face of this planet. I need you to help the U.S. government.
I'm Nick fucking...
Horrible. Take it away, boys. Y'all can talk about it. Go ahead.
What a fun movie!
It was delightful.
It was fantastic. We saw The Mandalorian. We had Neil Patrick Harris, who could play just a great smarmy agent. I enjoyed it. What's your favorite scene, Pat?
Oh, I don't know. There were so many. I mean, just the Nick Cage talking to Nick Cage was hilarious. And Pedro Pascal was a perfect straight man for this whole thing. I mean, because he's been in some pretty ridiculous crap too. I mean, you look at like the what was it, The Statesman or whatever it was, with the Kingsman 2 or whatever it was. It was just hilarious. Oh my God! And you know what? Kudos to Nick Cage for being a good enough sport to make fun of how ridiculous he is and his whole profession is. Way to go. And I mean, just the absolute over the top, complete tongue in cheek, fully aware of just how crazy he is and the people that are in his job and in his life and his sphere are. And, he's aware of it. And he's like, yeah, I can make fun of that. Sure. It was delightful.
Oh, no.
It was so good.
Now,
Oh,
ma'am,
wow.
I'm feeling as if you don't have the same love that Patrick and I have for this film. Talk to us a little bit about that. Come on.
Why
Oh,
didn't
no.
you like it, Sam?
Oh, no.
What didn't
no.
you like?
I get it. It's for you guys.
Did you see it,
It's a
Pam?
guy-oriented kind of goofiness.
Did you even go
flick.
see it?
I saw it.
Okay, I'm just checking because I can't imagine you would. I can't imagine you would have seen it and not loved it. That's why I'm wondering if you didn't see it.
I do not like. I would say up front, I didn't watch it, so I don't have anything to say. But I watched it. It's a no for me. It's a no. It's just come on now. One thing that was funny, like weird funny, was the level of darkness of his hair throughout the whole thing. It went from brown to super black by the end. Every iteration in between, it was just so crazy. And the story didn't make any sense. And it was, I mean, there were a couple of giggles, but no. But I get why you guys like it. It's not for me, but that doesn't mean that it's not for some people. So
the premise is amazing. I absolutely the preview, the trailer for this, boom, I was in. I only wish they would have gone because Nick Cage's performances over the years have truly been over the top. They reference movies like, Guarding Tess, which was a good movie.
Oh, I love that.
I mean,
Leaving Las Vegas, which was super serious and dark.
But we needed more just of the references to Nick Cage. We needed more quotes. We needed him impersonating. And the only thing I can say is they might not have had, even though it's a parody, they might not have had the rights to those things where you could quote things. So, and if you haven't seen Nicolas Cage in Snake Eyes,
that is a good one. That is a good one.
I mean, he's so over the top.
Well, now, okay, here's one for you. Here's one. Why did Nicolas Cage look like Pee Wee Herman in Buffy? Paul Rubens in Buffy, when he was his figment of his imagination. He looked like...
was a little bit, I could see that. I think that's how he really was when he was in Valley Girl, which was his first
my
movie.
gosh, yes.
Not the character, but I think that's how he was. That's what he looked like.
Oh my God. Okay, here's a question. Favorite Nick Cage movie? Go. Drive Angry. David.
160 seconds.
Patrick.
Con Air.
Okay.
That's a good one. John Malkovich showing he's willing, like Brendan Fraser, he's willing to be in anything. John Cusack, O'Brien from Star Trek. That's a can't miss movie.
Steve Buscemi.
Oh yes. Oh,
what was that movie that they were robbing the or held hostage the radio station? What was that? Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser.
Where they were the Lone Rangers
or something.
And Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I think was it Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler. The Lenny from Lenny and Squiggy.
Tim McKean.
Something. Yeah. But I mean Nicolas Cage has, I bet you could name 5 movies and still none of us would probably come up with the same 5. I mean, he's got check out IMDb, probably has 4,700 movies.
And his movie career was a focus of one episode of the show Community, where they had a class that debated whether Nick Cage movies were good or bad.
Oh yeah.
I mean, mean, I'm sure somebody could do a whole like dissertation and have a whole course on Cage movies and dissecting him from it. But Tim Windsor is here visiting us. Hey, Tim Windsor and Electric Melanin came to say hi. But the way DeMarco said the movie we were trying to think of was Airheads. That's right. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
So much terribleness, but well, fellas, you guys say check it out. I say don't do it to yourself. But definitely, I think the week's winners, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, definitely check it out.
Yep.
So next week, we are going to continue with Kenobi during its run. We'll also check out the premiere of The Boys is back, and we'll do that during this run. And Stranger Things just popped out yesterday, so we're going to talk about it next week. I'm going to have my teddy bear close because it was very scary for me. The thing scared me, so I don't like it.
Eat some Eggos and you'll be fine.
Ugh.
Eggos.
Ugh. So the guys really want to see it, and so we're going to watch it. But definitely, it's been a hard week. But we're here to provide some fun and some lightheartedness during these tough times. So remember, treat each other with love. And if you don't like what's going on, get out and vote. That's the best way you make change.
Yep.
Okay. Fellas, any final words?
Best show on TV, Strange New Worlds. Well, besides PJammalyfe.
Oh, God, yes. That is really, really good.
Star Trek. Watch some more Star Trek. Captain Pike is the captain you didn't know how much you missed.
True story.
I
don't know.
I'm sorry. I was just going to add to that I think today is the anniversary of Jeffrey Hunter's passing. And so the original Christopher Pike. So definitely shout out to his family. And check out Strange New Worlds. Pat?
I don't know. Just tying on to some of the things David's talking about, good things to see that we haven't really talked much about. I don't know if and I love trailers. I'm just going to tell you right up front. I adore trailers. I don't know if you've seen the 2 new trailers that Disney Plus put out, and/or a new Star Wars series they're coming out with. Super cool looking. It ties off the back of a Rebel One or Rogue One, and also they're going to do a Willow series. But obviously, you won't have Mad Mardigan because Val Kilmer can't do that crap anymore. But
I just heard that they're going to put him in it.
Coming out on Disney Plus.
Pat, I just heard something about Val Kilmer actually being in that. They're gonna some kind of maybe electronic way of bringing him into it. So
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I just saw that.
There will be another Star Wars show for us to be watching sometime down the road. Also talked about at Star Wars Celebration, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, starring Jude Law, will be on the.
I haven't heard that. Wow!
Just released. No, there's nothing more about it. Should be around the time of The Mandalorian in the context, but Skeleton Crew coming in the near future to Disney Plus.
All right, it's gonna be June. Is crazy. Ms. Marvel's coming out. Secrets of Dumbledore is coming out. I mean, it's chock full. I know Top Gun Maverick people. We got to get to the movies to see it, but definitely we'll review that when we're live June 30th. Definitely, you guys are going to check us out because we'll be together in one space.
Oh wow!
Chopping it up all the way live. So stay tuned for that. So take care. Hug your loved ones and stay close. And like I said, if you don't like the way things are, get out and vote. And we'll see you next time on PJammalyfe. Bye.
So long, everybody.
See you guys.